Welcome to the show about a game within a race. And there's a chicken. This is the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style Apparel. Confused yet? If not, these guys will help. Here are your fantasy racing pros, Greg Stump, Ryan Flores, and Tyler Burnett.
The confusion continues as Skip Flores decided to skip again. Well, no, this is his first time skipping.
I skipped 2 weeks ago. Not on purpose, but
yeah. So Ryan,
Interstate 77 said I'm going to skip, so sorry.
So Ryan Flores is not here today. We welcome Carson Ramsey. They spelled your name wrong, kid.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Close enough. Hey, it's close enough.
As long as the Twitter's right.
Yeah, Twitter's right. We're good.
We'll fix it in the next segment. This is the future of racing right here. What do you race, Bandoleros?
I do race Bandoleros for Mike Gordon.
Mike Gordon.
Yes.
There we go. They can fix it on the fly. That's,
wow.
That's nice.
Wow. That is quick.
How'd you do this week?
I did good, but first race got rained out. We had to make it up this past Tuesday. Ended up finishing 4th and 2nd. So.
4th and 2nd.
Double header.
Double.
Is that tough when you have to run 2 races back to back, or are you good with it?
Normally good with it, but good race. So I was very tired after it.
Yeah, I bet.
Carson is one of Greg's off-access drivers, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, he's not only an off-access driver, but we do all his marketing and everything else there. So it's not just helmets. We do everything for him.
Oh.
All of it.
Yeah, it's nice.
So Carson joins us today. That's awesome to have him. You like cup racing?
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch?
I do.
You didn't watch this weekend though. You're a little
did
busy.
not.
Yeah.
No.
Michigan. What did you think, Greg? That was a good time.
It was good. I know a lot of people probably didn't like how the Xfinity race kind of came out with the new package, but I thought it was good racing. From a fan's point of view, I thought it was great. The Cup race, it was good. I mean, I think everyone kind of fights for that middle lane, and a couple slide jabs got thrown, which ruffles some people's feathers. But it's racing. You're not out there to stay off each other. They have fenders, they have doors. That's what they're made for. So I liked it. I think they could have been even more aggressive and would have been just fine. But it's always cool to see Clint Boyer win a race because he's just so pumped up after the end.
Mm-hmm. I had a decent Xfinity day on DraftKings. Not a good day in the Cup Series in DraftKings because it kind of, I don't know. I didn't have Clint Boyer at all.
Should have done it.
But he wasn't that good. It was a strategy call.
Yeah. I feel like that's always Michigan. I feel like
it's always Michigan because it's always going to rain.
Yeah, I feel like I did say that. I said it's hard to say who's going to be good in all this because I think it always comes down to a fuel mileage or usually not rain, but it just, I don't know, Michigan is just kind of that weird track that anything can happen.
Yeah, but if you follow me on Twitter, though, I actually had a really good week in NASCAR Fantasy Live. I saved everyone. I saved Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson. I saved them all, and I still finished in the top 100.
Really? That's not bad.
I had Clint Boyer, Kurt Busch, Paul Menard, who had a top 5.
I saw that. I was pretty pumped.
I played him. There were a couple others in there. I did not pick Boyer to win the race, obviously, so I probably could have done even better. But I had a good NASCAR Fantasy Live day. I'm up into the top, 60 now.
I was very, not to say shocked, but it is cool to see Paul Menard run up there after kind of running towards the back. Really, switch teams. Hasn't really got on that stride yet, and then to bust out top 5 there is pretty cool to see him up there.
Carson, who's your favorite driver?
Well, I don't really have one necessarily favorite driver, but I feel like if you had a mixture of a lot of drivers, it would be one really good person.
Oh, well, then, so what are some of those drivers?
Noah Gragson, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch.
So you like Toyota drivers?
That's it, yeah. Toyota.
Just Toyota, yeah, all Toyota.
No Fords this year, right?
Kyle Busch was pretty good. I will admit that.
Yes.
Coming up this week, Iowa. Xfinity trucks, we'll talk about that next. This is the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style.
Grunt Style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this we'll defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
Save on your next oil change with 5 quarts of Castrol GTX high mileage motor oil and a MicroGuard filter on sale now for the same price as Castrol Conventional at $25.99. Plus, get a $5 O'Reilly gift card by mail. Improve engine performance with Castrol at O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Limit supply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The 1993 Cup Series season had more than its fair share of twists and turns.
Checkered flags waving. I look in my mirror, and here's Earnhardt right on my tail, and he goes down low to pass me. And I said, oh, no, you don't.
As Wallace spins, Wallace's car goes on its nose.
Here's stories that you've never heard before in a 10-part series called The 1993 Season, 25 years later.
And Davey was behind me, and we came off the corner, and there's a guy standing in the middle of the racetrack.
You can download it for free on iTunes and at MRN.com right now.
Welcome back to the Inside Line.
Welcome back to the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show. Carson Ramsey's with us today, fresh off his second place finish in the Bandolero race, and fourth place finish too, I guess, at Charlotte.
Yep.
So what else you got coming up? Big races coming up?
Just continuing out the shootout for the next 9 weeks.
So the summer shootout in Charlotte, if you haven't been there, it's really cool. Steve Post, who actually works with us, is the PA guy there.
Yeah, I hear him. It's nice to hear his...
you go?
Yeah, I go. I watch Carson. Yeah. I'm there for moral support. Not really a crew chief. I don't really know what I'm doing with bandoleros, but, you know.
Do you spot?
I only spot for the Better Half Dash. That's the only bandolero race I'll spot for. And it's a charity race, but it kind of gets out of hand, so I might be backing away from that this year.
When will Candace be in the Better Half Dash?
I don't know. I keep asking her to do it.
Put an off-axis sponsor on there?
Yeah, that would be good. Usually we do have 3 or 4 cars in the off-axis, or not the off-axis, but the Better Half Dash. And I keep telling Candace she needs to do it, but she's like too afraid to even go race a GoPro in a go-kart. So I highly doubt we will see her in a bandolero making her debut anytime soon.
If you don't know, Candace is his girlfriend. She used to work at MRN.
She used to run the place, right?
Yeah,
that's what she tells me.
Yeah, that's what she says. She used to work in the video department, so that was good to have her. Let's talk about Iowa. What do we got coming up? The Truck Series and the Xfinity Series. It's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah. Having Cup off, kind of gets that spotlight on those younger guys. Not a whole lot of Cup guys want to take their vacation weekend and go race Iowa, which is nice. So I think it's a good weekend to see some new winners, some guys that normally aren't up front in Xfinity races get up there and grab their first win. And it's a good short track. It's going to be good racing. I'm pretty sure it's a night race, so it's just some of my favorite racing.
I kind of hope Harrison Burton wins the truck race because we
why is that?
We shot a Tyler versus this week that will be coming out soon, and I unfortunately broke some of his equipment that we used in this. I won't detail too much because I want to keep it a secret. But he needs to win some money because I broke something of his.
You blew the entire budget. The annual budget for Tyler versus was completely blown today.
So Tyler versus, a new episode's coming up soon with Harrison Burton. You should watch that because I broke something in it. Are you ever going to get in a truck? How old are you now?
I am 13, and yeah, we eventually plan to get in a truck.
13 years old? I thought you were like 9.
Nope. I know.
So what year were you born if you're 13 years old?
2004. I was born in 2004, October 1st.
What were you doing in 2004?
October 1st? That's my anniversary.
It's so easy to remember, too. October 1st.
1st of October. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
2004, middle school?
Yeah. I was almost graduating high school, so I'm an old man. But I did see Todd Gillen tweeted out yesterday.
That was funny.
Stats of Matt Crafton, and he said, when Matt Crafton was a rookie in the Truck Series, he was just being born. So that just shows you how wide of a span of not even just racers, but good racers you have in the Truck Series of years of experience. So for those kids that get up there and battle guys who've been racing the Truck Series for however old Todd is, 17, 18 years, it's cool to watch, It's good to see the future of the sport coming in quickly and a lot of talent as well. Crafton, he didn't even know how to use Twitter, does he? Barely. I think he just got an Apple phone, I think. So
he just got an Apple phone. What was he on, a BlackBerry?
He's like on a flip phone for a while. No, he knows how to use Twitter. He knows how to rattle people up, and he's been racing a lot of dirt stuff too. Not to talk too much about him, but he's kind of going the Kenny Wallace route, going over the dirt modified stuff. And I think it's really cool when you have asphalt drivers who who go to the dirt tracks and just help promote racing in general. It's cool to see.
Yeah, it's great. Dirt racing is the best by far, in my opinion. That's what I grew up on. Did you ever dirt race?
I have not. Well, I actually used to drive a dirt go-kart, but not competitively.
Where at?
What a little family go-kart track.
Oh, yeah.
Something small.
You need to go up to Millbridge and get like an outlaw cart or something.
I do. I really want to, but haven't been able to do that yet.
Yeah.
Seems a lot of fun.
Carson Ramsey's here on the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show. He's much shorter than Skip Flores, but he's worth more.
Wow.
Right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, not even worth more, just the knowledge that he brings to this table right now is far superior.
Well, you can't give him crap. He's not here. We're going to take another break. We'll be back on the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style.
Father's Day is June 17th. If you're having a hard time deciding what to get, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts where you'll find gift cards and hundreds of great Father's Day gifts, from tools to flashlights. O'Reilly Auto Parts has exactly what he wants. Get him something he'll use this Father's Day at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices, every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. The IRS is currently accepting reduced settlements and other favorable programs. You may qualify for substantial savings, so get the help you need. Take down the number now for the Federal Tax Management Hotline, 800-242-1706, 800-242-1706.
Live sports are the one true reality entertainment, where a single dramatic moment can become timeless. In NASCAR, Motor Racing Network's live broadcast elevates your senses to the sights, sounds, and struggles taking place on the racetrack.
Austin Dillon leads the pack. No one ever thought he would contend for the win. He's going to win the 60th running of the Daytona 500.
The power of radio to the imagination of the listener. Tune in to the Motor Racing Network. Visit MRN.com for an affiliate list in your local area.
Let's talk more fantasy racing on the Inside Line.
Welcome back to the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show. We've actually introduced another guest to the show. He's on speakerphone. Skip Flores. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey, sorry I couldn't be there.
Yeah, you notice Greg's holding the phone up to his shirt so we can actually talk. Where are you at? Why are you skipping today?
We're heading to the beach, man. It's only 2 NASCAR off weekends. Well,
So
I guess there's 3, but
You had another job to do this week, though.
well, there's nobody to pick.
True.
There's no race to pick for.
That's true. How did Ryan Newman do last week?
He was strong 22nd. He was on the front half of the field.
Good pick,
There's
though.
44 cars.
There's only 40 cars, isn't there?
There was 38. He did better. He was a better pick than Kyle Larson.
Oh, yeah, well. Yeah. I didn't pick Kyle Larson on NASCAR Fantasy Live. I saved him. So
This was the week to pick Ryan Newman with the rain delay. They just ended up on the wrong side of the strategy.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I mean, if it was 1 week to pick Ryan Newman, it might as well have been this week.
yeah, if you wanted to finish 22nd.
But no one could predict that. We could not have predicted that rain, 2 days before the race. So.
How was your pit stops this week?
My pit stops they went well. They went well. We just probably would have been better off taking 2 than 4, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's the one question I had for you. Why was Booga the only one that took 2 tires?
Because on the cycle before, all the cars up front took 2. I'd say the top 7 cars took 2, and they felt like the left sides fell off. Booga saw that there was rain in the area, and he thought probably more cars would take 2 tires, and they just didn't. I figured if you're 10th or back, why you don't take 2 tires there is crazy to me. But that's why the 14 cars in victory lane.
Exactly.
Well, we appreciate the knowledge. Thank you for calling.
Yeah,
in.
thanks for interrupting your vacation. Where are you at?
We are going to Holden Beach, North Carolina. If you're in the area, stop and say hi.
Say hi.
Can't wait.
He's very popular. There'll be a crowd around him and everything.
Have a safe trip.
Hey, thanks. You guys have a great off week, and I'll see you next Wednesday
Great.
or next Friday, whenever it is.
I cannot
If
wait.
you actually show up.
Thank you. Bye.
Ryan Flores, everyone.
What a pleasant surprise,
Speakerphone call.
Yeah. Wow, not every day that a pit crew, a superstar like that calls me on my phone. That's pretty
tire
impressive.
changer. He's a big deal. He actually used to be a race car driver, didn't he?
A little bit, yeah. So we have he has in my shop a TQ midget that they race up in the north. I don't know what those guys do up there, but in the winter it's kind of like their own chili bowl. They race on. They drain the ice and water out of a hockey rink, and they put down some Coke syrup for some reason for traction. And they have these big races indoors up there in Atlantic City and Allentown, and one other one I think. But he's really good there. He won the championship one year. And Atlantic City is like their Daytona 500, and he finally won that last year. So I said, I think we can be done now. You have a kid, and you've won championship in Atlantic City. So yeah, I think we're good to go. So I don't know if he'll go up there this year, but I've been to the Chili Bowl and I've been to Atlantic City, and I would almost pick Atlantic City over. It's just it's a fun racing. And I grew up dirt racing, so don't judge me if I like this concrete racing over the Chili Bowl.
Okay, so I have been to a lot of concrete races indoors. Rumble at Fort Wayne.
Yeah.
That's really close to my house, 30 minutes away. It doesn't come close to the Chili Bowl.
You don't think?
Not even close.
I just think the Chili Bowl it's so much lead up, to make it in this race. Great, you made it in, and then a week later, it's over. Like
there's like 300 midgets. There's 300 race cars.
It's very hard to make it into this race. I will not deny anyone if they've made it into this race. You have won the Chili Bowl because it's crazy hard to make it in this thing, and but it's just over so quickly, And I don't know. The times I've been up there, track's great. Like no problem with it. But if I'm gonna go watch a dirt race, I'd rather be watching a dirt late model race.
No. But you're talking to a sprint car guy here.
Yeah.
Let's talk more with Carson Ramsey. So tell us about these cars that you race, because I've actually never been to one of your races.
Oh, what? Never been to a summer shootout
Wow,
race?
you guys like.
It's it's right down the street.
Yeah. I know, but
Steve
look, we just talked about dirt racing, and I get paid to go to pavement racing, so like I kind of like like to watch dirt races in my spare time. I should go over there though. Now that I met you, Carson,
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I'm gonna go over there and watch you.
All right. Well, they're called Bandoleros. They go about 70 miles an hour. We can race obviously road course and oval. They're a lot of fun. They're a good entry level car with a roll cage.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
It's like almost like a mini cup, like the recent Millbridge.
A little bit smaller car. No suspension on the front end, correct?
Yeah.
So pretty tough to drive, especially these open kids like what Carson races. It's on the gas the whole time. It's pretty good racing, honestly.
Is the next step for those guys like legend cars or yeah?
Yeah, the next step would be a legend car.
And who from the Cup Series right now came from there? Like Bubba Wallace, right?
Bubba Wallace, Daniel Hemrick was really big, really good, and even William Byron. He pretty much smoked the show back in the day when he ran that kind of stuff. So a couple other Myatt Snyder.
Yeah.
There's a couple other ones.
Come on, I don't know who came ahead of you.
Sorry. I know Kaz Gralla.
Oh yeah, Kaz Gralla.
Yeah, a lot of kids either come from Chili Bowl side of things like Kyle Larson and Chris Bell, or I think you come from legend cars and stuff like that. And I think here in Charlotte is. They race them all over the country, by the way, but here in Charlotte is probably the biggest and best competition. So if you win a race here at Summer Shootout, you're really saying something.
Yeah, that's cool.
Definitely.
Well, we're going to play Under the Rock. You know what that is?
I do not know what that is.
So basically, and this is going to be a good test, okay?
Okay.
Because we do this thing, it's pop culture. Usually it's old stuff. So me, being younger than Greg, how much younger am I than you?
Like 2 or 3 years, maybe?
No, whatever.
Not that much.
But our producer, Daryl Smith, he's pretty old. He likes to pick old things, and we like to pick them, and then I get them wrong, usually. I'm very horrible at pop culture. So if you can get one of these right, I will say, you guys did something right, because he's much younger than me.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back, play Under the Rock. This is the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show, presented by Hercules Tires and Grunt Style.
Citywide to countryside, whatever you drive, wherever you go. Hercules Tires has the value, selection, and industry-leading warranty to get you there, no matter where the road takes you. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Grunt Style. The American fighting spirit is in everything we make. We are 500 patriots and veterans strong, bringing clothing manufacturing back to the United States of America. Always moving forward, never retreating, never giving up. We are Grunt Style, and this will defend. Get yours at gruntstyle.com.
The Motor Racing Network is drawing lines every week on MRN.com. Choose the fastest line on Thursdays with the Straight Line, a nitro-fueled half hour showcasing the biggest names on the NHRA circuit. On Fridays, take the shortest line with the Inside Line, your source for NASCAR fantasy racing insight from experts in and around the garage. Don't miss the Straight Line and the Inside Line, Thursdays and Fridays at noon Eastern, only on MRN.com.
Do you live your life up under a rock? Or are you Tyler Burnett?
Welcome back to the Inside Line Fantasy Racing Show. It's time for Under a Rock, everyone's favorite time of the week because you get to make fun of me and Greg and whoever else gets it wrong.
I'm really bad at this game.
Daryl, what do we have this week?
All right, so again, we're going to Iowa. We always try to make it current
Something
to
about
where we're
corn?
going. One of the guys in this picture is from the Iowa area. You just need to name either the movie or either one of the actors in this scene. Here it goes, Donald.
Can't wait.
Oh, I know it. I know it.
You know the name of the movie?
I know the name of the guy on the left.
That one's easy.
I know. I don't know the name of the guy on the right. That's Gene Wilder on the left. Correct?
All right, yep.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
He's from
Factory.
Willy Wonka. Yeah, that's the only reason I know him. What movie?
Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Did you know the guy's name?
No, I didn't know his name.
You've watched Willy Wonka?
Have you seen this
Yeah.
movie?
Not that one. I've seen Willy Wonka.
And the
That's an
movie's
old
name?
movie, man.
Yep.
That movie. What is that movie? Like Blazing Saddles or something?
Oh, yeah, it is Blazing Saddles.
Is that
I
it?
can't believe
Yes!
you knew that. Did you look it
You
up?
knew it?
Yeah.
No, I did not touch my phone.
We just made Blazing Saddles theme song the intro to our podcast, so I did know that pretty well. We had just talked about it this week.
Who's the guy on the right?
Clavin.
Who?
Clavin.
Who? Is that his? No, but who was his real name?
No idea.
Do you know, Daryl? No, he doesn't.
He doesn't even know.
He doesn't know. But I got one right.
Clavon Little. Yes, I kept wanting to say Clayton, and I knew that wasn't right.
Quavon Little?
Clavon Little.
Ah, it's close.
Quavon Little. So that's Blazing Saddles. I've never actually seen that movie.
We should watch
They
it.
talk about it all the time around here.
We have an off weekend. We might as well watch it Friday night or
We
something.
should.
Popcorn and movie night at MRN.
Maybe we can do like a live video viewing party.
A viewing party, like our reaction to Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. All right. Well, so since we're going to Iowa, let's make some picks, right? Because that's what we like to do on this show.
Xfinity or truck?
Let's do both.
Okay. Go ahead.
Who do you got, Greg?
This weekend in Iowa, Xfinity and truck. I think John Hunter Nemechek is going to be pretty well there. He does very well. He won last year in the truck, and they went on to win Gateway, so he's not a bad pick. I do think the Junior Motorsports cars are going to be tough to beat there.
Yep.
So Allgaier. I'm going to pick Allgaier in the 7 for Xfinity, and I'll take the 88 in the truck.
I don't think the 88 is fast enough right now.
88 is not. I think with the Ford package, they're coming around, and I think when they go to these shorter tracks, it kind of levels out the playing field, and the driver comes back. Johnny Sauter is on fire, but I don't know if he can make it 3 or 4 in a row, whatever he's got. Especially when you go to a place like Iowa.
I'm gonna take a Kyle Busch guy in the truck series. I'm gonna take. I want Harrison Burton to win because I broke something of his. But I think probably Noah Gragson wins.
Is that who you're gonna pick, Carson?
I was.
Oh man.
Then who are you gonna pick now? Okay, so in my Xfinity pick, is Ryan Preece in the 18?
I don't think so until the road courses. I don't think he's back. He might be. I could be wrong though.
I'll take Christopher Bell.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick.
Who do you got?
Well, for trucks, I was going to say Noah. Can I still say him?
Yeah, you can say
good.
it.
All right, Noah.
You're not on next week, so we can't make fun of you for not doing it, right?
All right, and then for Xfinity, I feel like anybody could win that, but I don't know. I don't really have one driver who I feel like.
Anybody can win it, then we'll pick Ross Chastain.
Done.
Okay.
What about Ryan Truex in the 11? That car has not been bad this
They've
year.
been pretty good. I've actually been impressed with Kaz Grala.
Very impressed. They led some laps last week, had a tire get away, and started in the very back, came back through the field. So
to start a brand new race team and come back and run mid-pack like that is just impressive.
I mean, brand new, yes, but that team has some experience.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. All right, thanks for Carson stopping by, man. Good luck in your upcoming races.
Thank you.
We'll talk to Ryan next week as he finally joins us again when he comes back from vacation. Greg from Off Access Paint, again, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you next week on The Inside Line.